Assalamu alaikum. Hello. This is Daniel Oliver. For those of you who don't know me, for some of you who do, you will know that this is the 37th, this is my 37th solar birthday. And by solar, I mean that I've now completed my 37th trip around the sun. And I don't typically celebrate birthdays, but I do feel like the significance of the travel that it represents is important. So I'm just going to talk about that, inshallah, briefly. Uh, for most of us, we follow the solar calendar solely. I also follow other calendars. And the solar birthday means, as I just mentioned, that you have completed one trip around the sun or however many trips that your age reflects. And it's amazing to think that you've been traveling thousands upon thousands of miles per hour around an object which itself is traveling perhaps even millions of miles an hour around something else, right? I mean, our sun is also orbiting something, pulling us along just as we, while orbiting the sun, pull the moon along. And whatsoever the sun is orbiting, perhaps it's the center of the galaxy, is orbiting something else. So actually, we're on a spaceship. And when you look at programs that talk about space travel in a serious way, you see them doing things like layered gardens so that they can grow more food and find ways to deal with, recycling the resources. Our Earth does all of that. It takes us through space. We don't really pay attention to where we are in space, but we're actually at a different location year by year, century by century. We're actually going somewhere in space, just like astronauts and cosmonauts. And we're all astronauts and cosmonauts. And we have all of the means that we would wish to have on a spaceship from the Earth on the spaceship that is the Earth. And I mean, I just think that's amazing that we're basically all astronauts. I mean, we have a magnetosphere which protects us from radiation, same problems that they're trying to solve when they want to try to travel to Mars, even just traveling in space, even to the International Space Station, or trying to land on Mars or land on the moon and stay there for prolonged periods of time. That's taken care of for us, right? And we have layers of atmosphere which create the perfect environment for us to live, things that we would probably recreate if we were able to when we try to travel in space from the Earth. So with the amount of energy that's in the Earth, we could actually travel away from the sun. I mean, there would be a way to harness that, and we could actually plot our own course in the universe. You know, the power is there. I think the mathematics and physics support the possibility of us being able to plot our own course through space independent of the sun. And while we would certainly miss its light, we have the energy to basically, I'm recording right now, just wait. We have the energy to basically uh, keep ourselves warm and even lit if we planned it. And I'm not saying that we should. Why would we want to leave the sun? But why wouldn't we want to leave the sun? You know, why not? Why not go somewhere else in space and plot our course independently? So the only problem that that would present is for those of us who are typically following the solar calendar, how would we know how old we were if we were no longer orbiting the sun? So for all of you who have wished me a happy birthday, even though I don't really celebrate it, I do appreciate your well wishes and your thoughts and remembering me. Probably did remember, you just got a notification on Facebook. That's all good. Don't be offended if I don't hit you back on that. I'm a little sporadic. You know, when I go on Facebook, it's just to find news articles to read or post random, musings such as what you're hearing now. I love you all. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you. Bye.